Brake, brake, brake. Well, we did it again. We bought another car. For only $600, we got ourselves an M5. Just kidding. It's actually an E34 535i with an M5 body kit on it. Well, part of one. But the cool thing is it's got a 5-speed manual transmission. And after we found this piece of shit that doesn't run, has tons of problems, doesn't even have a title, but wow, what a cool looking car. Now, I have no idea if it actually runs. Problem number one, it doesn't have a title. Problem number two, it has over 250,000 miles. Problem number three, it doesn't have any bumpers. Problem number four, it has 2 spoilers. Yeah, that's pretty jank. Problem number five, it's got a janky exhaust system, but we did look it up and it looks like it's an aftermarket one worth nearly 3 times what we paid for the car. So that's good news. Next problem, well, this thing looks beat. It's got painter's tape on the janky aftermarket intake setup. It's leaking a ton of oil, but if it leaks oil, it's got oil. And we're gonna try to get it running in under 24 hours. Okay, we're gonna rinse down the car, clean it, and then we're gonna trailer it to the shop.
I am one of those melodramatic fools.
Hey, you don't take the camera out.
No doubt about it.
Oh, foot is so scratched.
Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
Already I'm noticing things. Like, first of all, right here on this sway bar, it's not attached. I mean, that's easy. We could fix that in a second. It's leaking gas, which is incredibly dangerous. You know, it leaks oil, but you know, what BMW doesn't leak oil? It's, you know, no big surprise. Okay, the first thing every car needs is power. So we gotta locate the battery and figure out what's wrong with it. That was easy. Is that black? Part of the interior is blue, part of it's black. Oh, definitely found where the battery's supposed to go, but there is nothing there.
I think it's safe to assume that that's a battery terminal.
All right, the BMW shop down the street actually had a battery that should work for this car. Wasn't cheap though.
Nothing's cheap with BMWs.
I'm not sure if this battery is like made to fit here, but it works. Okay, let me tighten these down. Okay, battery's connected. We're about to do our first start. We checked the oil. Oil's good. We topped it off. You never want to crank it with old, dirty oil. The problem is that since this thing leaks oil, every time you put new oil in, you're basically doing an oil change. So oil's good. Are we getting power to the starter?
I guess we're going to go check that. So you're going all the way and nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
Shit.
Okay, so after digging for like 20 minutes, I figured out the problem. So one of the main wires that go to the starter was completely cooked. That's really bad. Maybe it's super corroded inside and it caused a bunch of resistance. I'm not sure why this happened. We gotta keep an eye on, make sure it doesn't happen again. But good news is I actually found a black wire I had laying around in the shop. I already installed it on the starter. I broke this thing, this cover, holding, that's where the fuse is. So we're just gonna duct tape this back into place. Okay, the new wire is tight. Oh, yeah. Okay, turn it off. Let's pull the plugs next. Oh, God, this thing is greasy, dude. Oh, look at the gap on that, dude.
Hold on, let me see.
That is so fucked. It's like, there's no gap. Dude, these are fucking screwed.
Just re-gap it.
If that's how the first one looks, I think we gotta get new ones. Let's go get new plugs and let's compression test this in the meantime and we can check it off the list. Okay, we got a brand new set of plugs. We got our little compression tester. So this is really important. That way we could check the condition of all 6 cylinders have the same kind of compression. If there's anything wrong, this will give us no. Especially when it was running as shitty as it was, you gotta do this. Go ahead, crank it. What are we at?
About 150.
Not too bad.
Yeah. So we just gotta test and make sure if they're all 150, we're good to go.
Okay, we checked compression. Every single cylinder was about 150 to 155. Like one that was like 157. Overall, pretty decent. Not too bad for a motor with 250,000 miles on it. So that's one more good piece of news that we have right now. Since we're replacing a few of them, might as well just do all of them. I mean, these things are dirt cheap anyways. Okay, all the spark plugs are in. We did the compression check. We're good to go. All the wires have been checked. I think it should run now. Fingers crossed. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, dude, I think we did it. Yeah!
So for 600 bucks and having to tinker with things and buy a new battery and all this stuff, we have a running, well, okay, I can't say running yet.
Okay, real quick before we head out on the road, I did real quick just unbolt this bracket. I put in the rear sway bar link or whatever, bolted it back up. We found where the leak was coming from the fuel tank. It was a stupid hose clamp, so we threw a hose clamp on there. This thing is ready for the road. Let's get it down and get her out of here. No way, dude, fuck yeah.
Well, thanks to Extreme Dimensions for giving us this Duraflex kit. And I know you hear Duraflex and you're thinking, oh no, what? No, this is actually a really nice M-Tech Power style front and rear bumper. We got side skirts.
Okay, so step number 1 was to build custom brackets to hold these bumpers on. Now, the upside to Duraflex is the crazy cool designs you can get for your car at an affordable price. But it does mean you're gonna have to custom mount it yourself and put a few hours into the bodywork. After getting some aluminum flat stock and drilling mounting holes to go into the factory mounting spots, I made the hanger brackets that would hold the majority of the weight of the rear bumper. I then threw some rivets in with this nifty little air riveting gun, and after some slight tinkering, the rear bumper was secure. Okay, we spent the necessary time and got both bumpers mounted up. Now we gotta take them off the car, back to the house, and we're doing a full paint job on this thing. Now we're at the home garage, Baxby Boys at home, and right now we are actually getting ready to paint it. Now what I did skip over is we did a little bit of sanding, a little bit of filler. Whenever you're doing body work and you get bumpers to put on a build, you're gonna wanna make sure, you go through, make sure all the little cracks and little dents are all filled, sanded. The whole surface is ready for primer now.
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly.
Let's put these on the car. I want to get this thing on the road and see how this thing looks. This body kit looks awesome. One of the big mods we're doing today is replacing this crummy gross steering wheel with a badass one. So first step is to remove it. Now, it's really on here. Oh crap, dude. Sweet, well that was easy. All right, well here's the old piece of junk steering wheel. Not gonna be needing that anymore. And this is our brand new E34 steering wheel from Azza Auto Wheel or AZA Auto Wheel. All right, nice and tight. Horn has been plugged in. It goes like that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to go driving. This thing is awesome. Okay, so now we're under the car. And the first bushing, probably the most important bushing on an E34 to replace, is the one around the ball on the main shifter. Now, right here, I already removed one of the clips and I got one of the bars removed. Oh boy. There we go. Came straight out. And that's the ball that I'm talking about. This plastic piece that's in there now hugs that ball and it's completely destroyed. It just pop on like that. And it is circulating the ball now. The piece has absolutely no play in it now. And we're gonna get rid of this old piece of junk M shifter and replace it with this nice new eBay one. Look how nice that is. Finishing piece. Boom.
We're getting rid of these BMW wheels. And I'm happy because they are butt ugly and no one fucking likes them. So we bought the stock BBS BMW wheels for $100. All 4 wheels with tires. They are almost bald, but that's okay. So $100 isn't bad for a whole set of wheels.
You know, we did pick this thing up for dirt cheap. I know this thing isn't a beauty, trust me, but it's a hell of a driver. This thing is so fun to drive around the streets, especially with the stick shift. And I gotta say, we gotta sell this thing now. It's time to let go. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for future videos because you're not gonna wanna miss what we just picked up.